Hey fam, how are you doing? This is Andrea, your college strategy coach. Today I want to take the time out to discuss conversations that you should have with your high school counselor as well as with the registrar at your school. So, one of the first things that you want to ask your counselor is, how are your classes selected? Do you meet with your counselor or some other faculty staff member each semester to discuss what classes you take the next semester? Are they auto-generated? You want to get all of that information for two reasons. One, so you can have some input in the classes that you're taking, and number two, that you are completing the requirements that are required to receive a high school diploma through your school district. That degree plan or units, I can't remember what exactly they're called, but the courses that you need, similar to a degree plan, your diploma plan, you want to make sure that you're taking the appropriate classes either each semester or you're getting all the credits that you need prior to graduation. So that's the main reason why you want to know. If your classes are auto-generated, just like, I had in my high school, there were like 500 students. I believe this was a little while ago. I believe our classes were selected for us, and our schedule was either given to us in homeroom on our first day or was mailed to us. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But you want to know how you will receive your schedule. Also, if you want to switch classes or switch teachers, all of that information. This is a good conversation to have when you're transitioning into high school. Oftentimes high schools will have like a transition meeting for parents, a PTA meeting, an open house of some sort. Those are the questions that you want to ask during that time, or at least directly to your high school counselor. You also want to ask your counselor, are there any free ACT, SAT prep courses in your area? They will be a good person to have that information. You also want to talk to them about seeing if you qualify for an ACT, SAT waiver. So that will be the best person to go to and ask those questions. You also want to ask, does the school offer college prep or trade prep, or connections to the military, if that's something that you're interested in? Those are the questions that you want to ask your high school counselor. If they have an actual class that is college prep, do you have to enroll in it? Is it a selection process? If they don't have that class, where do they post those college prep materials? Is it on the website? Is it something that they need to come to the counselor's office to receive? Is it an email chain, etc.? Again, that's something that is very important to ask either during that open house period, or if you miss it, are you thinking about, you have a preview day for the high school, that'll be a good time to ask those questions. Where is scholarship information posted? Is that something that is sent out in a newsletter? Is that something that's found on the school website? You need to go to the counselor's office and request that? That's a question to ask your high school counselor. So oftentimes people reach out to me and ask me the pros and cons with dual credit as well as versus AP courses. That will be a good conversation to have with your high school counselor. For them to outline any type of expense related to dual credit, like if you have to pay by an hour or a fee, or if it's free. If you decide to do the dual credit and you get an associate's degree, how does that transfer, or will it transfer to a college in your state? Or if you decide to go out of state, helping them to assist you with navigating transfer credits when you go off to college. So that conversation may be, the dual credit AP conversation probably will definitely need to happen early on. As far as transferring those credits, if you're doing the dual program or the AP courses, ensuring that you get the college credit for that's probably going to be an ongoing conversation with your counselor after you complete either the associate's degree or however many credits you can earn from AP or that dual credit program. So don't think like, oh, I'm going to have this one conversation with my high school counselor. That's it. No, you probably need to have an incoming conversation with your counselor, maybe touch base with them each year, and then definitely in your 11th and 12th grade year, as you get ready to transfer or go to college, have more in-depth conversations with your high school counselor. Ask them if the timing of when you take your SAT, ACT affects certain scholarships. So, if you take your ACT in 10th grade versus 11th grade, will you qualify for the merit scholarships or any type of state funding or scholarship that they may be aware of? Again, your counselor will be a very good person to ask, and even if they don't know the answer, they may be able to refer you to the person who knows the answer to that question. I believe that is it for discussions to have with your high school counselor. Let's move on to the registrar's office. So the registrar is the person who sends off your transcripts and proof of attendance and classification to a school or a scholarship search, etc. So what you want to do is you want to ask the registrar, how long does it take to send out your transcripts? Is there a fee associated for sending out your transcripts when you're a student as well as once you graduate? Is there a cutoff time? So if you're a senior and you need to get your transcript out, does that free transcript end on your graduation date, or do you get like 3 months or 6 months? Ask those questions so that you will know. Do you get a certain number of free transcripts? Is there a period of time in the semester that may delay them sending out your transcript? So for example, everyone's applying for colleges in the fall, or early spring. So that time of year. It may take longer for the registrar's office to send out your information, or it may not. But you definitely want to get that information as you prepare to go off to college. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment bar. Thank you for your time today, and I will see you on the next video.